a letter, email, and also a certified letter regarding the corruption that was going on at the city of Elizabethtown regarding double dipper fraud. And I had never heard, I got a few phone calls back, but I never heard what was going to be done. The only thing I received was a text message from Jim Duplessis that says they're going to close the loophole, that won't happen again. There was not a loophole. This was just fraudulent stealing from the retirees. I'm sorry, from the taxpayers. Do you have KRS 61.637 in front of you? Have you looked at it? There are a lot of problems with it. You first started out, and I know you all were not on that board, but unfortunately, you have to deal with the taxpayers and the problem now. The first one is prior to August 1998. It said you shall have your retirement payment suspended during the duration of reemployment. And that was in 1998. And then from there, effective August 1998, so you could take 1 month leave off and then come back and be rehired and draw a retirement check. And then we go down to September 1, 2008, and that's in section 17. You take 3 months off. You take 3 months off and then be rehired. And then you go into section 17, subsection 4, effective July 15th, you come back to 1 month off. Why would you do that since the retirement system is in such dire straits? Why would you allow them to be a rehire and double dip? It does not make sense since we are in such dire straits as a retirement system. And I also don't understand why you are not looking into the fraudulent rehires and holding them accountable, because if someone robbed a bank, they would go to jail. But a regular citizen would go to jail. Am I right? That's true. We all know that. So, government employees should be held to the same standard, no less. And also, pension spiking is an issue. I know I work for the city of Elizabethtown. I have seen what these salaries, and they're coming back. Before they were rehired, pension spiking was going on. And when that happens, who pays for pension spiking? They say the government entities, but who actually pays it? Once again, we're looking at taxpayers. They're paying it. They should not be held accountable. Taxpayers should not be having to pay this. This should be on the person that signed for the pension spiking. And that means your executive assistants, the employee who signed for it, and the managers. All 3 of them. And I wouldn't put just an easy fine on them. They need $10,000 each for the last 5 years. I mean, we have to have some common sense rules here, because it's going to take common sense to save this retirement system. I mean, you're talking about putting a tax on taxpayers again to pay this. But go after these double dippers first. Kentucky, city of Elizabethtown alone was probably $500,000 fraud. Okay, that's just the city of Elizabethtown. Now let's just look at the whole Kentucky government retirees. I think it's a small estimate figure, 1,000 employees. Well, that's $50 million a year. Do you really think you can't go after that? No one wants to tell me you don't want to go after that, and you just want to close a loophole that there is no loophole to close? This needs to be corrected. This needs to be paid back into the Kentucky retirement system. And the last thing, on your Form 6751 when you retire, it says on Section 3, I understand that any prearranged agreement could result in the voiding of my retirement. That should never be there. The word should be should. I'm not a lawyer, but I know a lawyer drew this up. Y'all are accountable to the taxpayers, the people that voted you in. Please, please, take in consideration these people, the people that voted you in, not the government retirees. And I'm one of them. I'm a retiree. But you've got to start thinking about the taxpayers too. Don't allow double dipping. It does not need to be done. You need to go back to August 1998 when they did not allow retirees to draw a retirement check while being reemployed. And we shouldn't even be reemploying them unless it's a dire straits. If you can't get a fireman or a police officer, other than that, we should just be starting from scratch.
All right, thank you for your comments. Do we have any questions or comments? Yes, Senator Bowen.
Real quickly, you make some good points, some of which are valid, some of which we have addressed, some of which are not relevant now. Did we make some mistakes in the past? Yes. Did we have some bad reemployment policies in place? Yes. Most of these have been addressed, at least within the KRS system. Pension spiking, granted, is a problem, has been a problem, and we've got to do something about pension spiking. There's no question about it, because it has caused some problems, and we've had some fiscal challenges because of pension spiking. The reemployment is probably, as far as the KRS system, is probably a good thing. These people are not eligible for a second retirement plan, but yet their employer is paying into the system. So it's probably a fiscally responsible move from the point that we passed that legislation going forward. Was it bad previously? Yes, it was bad previously, but most of the issues that you bring up, we have addressed in some measure. Do we need to do more? Of course we need to do more, and I appreciate your comments, but we did make bad decisions. We made some bad decisions in the past on how we treated pensions in this state. There's no question about it. So thank you for your testimony.
So you're not going to do anything with the fraudulent double dippers who are going to continue to receive their retirement check and make the taxpayers be held accountable instead?
Well, we had legislation in the past that provided for two retirement plans. You know, so I don't think there was any of that. There may be some of us who were party to that, but not most of us.
This is fraudulent. These are the ones that were rehired back into their same duties. And your KRS states, they shall not be rehired into the same duties. I know. I work for the city of Elizabethtown. Over 10 of these people did it. And you're not going to hold those responsible, and probably all the other county and city out there, to the same standards as what you say with KRS?
I'm going to have to, it's past 3 o'clock, and we're supposed to stop at 3 o'clock, so I just need a couple quick things before we adjourn. I want to thank staff, first of all, for the presentation today. They have,